Hello, this is Dr. Amber Paget, audiologist with Yes Hearing, and today we're going to be going over the NOAA ES onboarding guide. Now, when you open that NOAA ES onboarding guide, you are going to see some information about HIPAA and how the NOAA Cloud is HIPAA compliant. If you have any questions or concerns, there is a web address that you can go to that is listed there with the link. Directly underneath that, you will see the header of how to install NOAA 4.13. What I will note just to begin with is that when we send the email out to you to set up your NOAA account, it will go to your junk or spam folder. So I have done this with 3 different email addresses, and every single time it does go to the junk or spam folder. So unless this is a video that you're watching several months from now when it's originally recorded and this is something that they have fixed, I would encourage you to please check your junk or spam folder for that initial onboarding email. So when you first get your email or you get an email from your patient care coordinator saying that they have set up your account, you will see one of 2 potential emails or email sequences. So with that, the first email sequence that you may see is an email to you that says, please confirm email ownership for NOAA ES. Or you may see a sequence that says, getting started with your NOAA ES user, and right behind that, a new NOAA ES password request. I know that this will come one of these 2 ways because I've done it for 2 different accounts and it's sent differently to both. So I do apologize for that. It is in a beta trial and they are still working out some of the glitches and bugs. HIMSA is aware that it does send potentially a different email depending on the activation, but you will either receive an email that says please confirm or an initial email that says getting started, immediately followed by a password request. If you receive the email that says please confirm email ownership, you are going to click on the link that says confirm email address, and you will then get a prompt to enter the email address in question. For me, I've already activated this account, so when I click on confirm email address, it will take me to a subsequent tab, but it will tell me that it could not be confirmed. Now that will not happen for you. It will say your email address has been confirmed. All right. So once you have confirmed that email address, you will close that tab, go back to the original email that says to confirm the email ownership, and then you will click on Access NOAA ES Portal Account. That will open a subsequent tab and you're going to enter that email address. And then it's going to bring you to an account login page, but this is, again, a bug that HIMSA is aware of, that it won't have a password assigned to it, and it won't prompt you to set or establish a new password. So we will click on Forgot Your Password. You're going to say, yes, I need to confirm, I need a new email with a password, and it will say that it sent you further instructions. Once you get to that point, what you will see is a new email that says we're going to have you reset your password, and that is going to look like this. It says we are writing to inform you that a new password for your NOAA user has been requested. And then you're going to click on Set Password. Again, opens a new tab, and you will enter a new password here. And then it will say that the password is set. So that is potential path 1 when we are going through and setting up the NOAA ES account. Second path is that you receive an email that says getting started with your new NOAA ES user. You will not do anything with this email. So you can disregard, you can throw it away, you can do whatever you need to do, but you won't do anything with the links in this email if it says getting started with your new NOAA ES user. You will go to the email that is immediately behind it that says new NOAA ES password request. You'll click Set Password, and then it's going to ask you for the password. And I'm going to enter another password here for this account and continue. And then again, it says that my password is set. It then prompts you to log in, but we are not going to log in just yet. So you can exit out of that tab. So once the email address is confirmed and the password is set, you are then going to download the NOAA file. So I'm going to open that link, and it will immediately start a download. This will take a little bit of time for that initial file to download here. Once that's finished, we are going to click here. I have noticed for some providers that you will see something pop up kind of like in a folders tab in the top right hand corner of your browser, depending on if you're using Google Chrome, which is the browser that I'm currently using, or if you're using the default Explorer. It may default that folder to a different area on your screen, so just be aware that you are going to want to open the files or show in the folder. So for me, I'm going to right click on the arrow and click open. And this may take just a second for that file to open. And you want to give your computer time to recognize that it's there. I am currently getting a pop-up from the computer stating that the device wants to make changes. I'm going to click yes, and then it will begin that installation wizard. And so that's what that has done here. It's starting to install that NOAA 4. I'm going to click next and next again, that I accept the terms in the license agreement. It's going to show me where it's going to put the file on my computer, and then I will click install. Now this may take several minutes. I know when I initially first downloaded this the very first time onto my computer, it did take about 4 to 5 minutes because the computer already has the files on the back end for me. It won't take quite that long, but it may take several minutes for this to fully install onto the computer. Once it has completed the download for NOAA 4, you will see that it starts to download what it calls the NOAA basic modules. This is important, mostly that you will be using the NOAA audiogram module to manually input the hearing test that is obtained from the Shoebox audiometer. So HMSA is working for that integration. Again, this NOAA Cloud is in beta trial, so they have not gotten that Shoebox outlet into NOAA yet or integrated yet. They are working on that. So for now, you will have to manually input the audiogram through the NOAA module. Now, as soon as it's done, it will come up and prompt like this. For most of you, it will default to the NOAA 4 is how that will initially open, and that's okay. We're going to go ahead and click cancel because we don't want to log in just yet. So I'm going to cancel that and exit out of this tab. And then I'll come back to the NOAA onboarding guide where it again says, do not try to log in yet. What you need to do first is download the shim update. This will allow the NOAA ES server to actually communicate with the account for Yes Hearing. So when you click on that download link, it will bring you to a HMSA website that talks about the shim update. You will click download shim update here in the blue hyperlink to the right hand side of the text. It'll take a few seconds and it will download as a zip file. So for me, I'm going to click that and open that file. And then I have to extract that file. So I'm going to select extract all and extract. And then I'm going to double click on this cloudshimupdate.exe. It pops up with a window saying that the app wants to make changes to the device. I'm going to click yes. And then you can see here in the left-hand corner that the CloudShim update pop-up window has appeared. So I will close those folders. And then what I'm going to do here is click update. It will say close everything. That is just a general prompt. It does not necessarily mean that something is open for you. You are going to click OK. And then the verbiage here in this window will update and say that the current version is larger or equal to the updated version of 70. And so it won't just give you the option to close, it will say update or close, and you are just going to exit out. If for whatever reason you download the shim update and you run the utility and it already says that it's up to date, that's okay, just close. So always download first, extract, open, and you're going to run or update the utility, and then close once it says that the current version is larger or equal to the updated version. And then we will exit out of that tab and go back to the NOAA guide. From here it says that we're going to open the NOAA Form module. So I'm going to go to my desktop and open that module. Again, for most of you, it's going to default to NOAA 4, and you will go down to where it says NOAA Server and select NOAA ES US or NOAA ES United States. You're then going to select for the first login, and I want to emphasize that this is for your first login. You are going to select Add Another ES Account. After the initial login, you will just click OK. So again, the very first time you're logging in, you're going to add another ES account because your user is still new and has not been synced to our cloud. Every time thereafter, you're simply going to click OK. So I'm going to click Add Another NOAA ES Account, and that is going to open a separate browser. It's going to ask for my email address, so I'm going to enter that here. And then it wants me to log in. And I will click Log In. And then it's going to say that it is logged in and the application should open in a few seconds. Sometimes this will pull forward to the front. Sometimes it will stay behind the current web browser. So if for whatever reason NOAA does not appear like it did here, then you will just go to the toolbar at the bottom and pull it forward. Once you're in here, you will see specific like NOAA ES updates, and you'll know that you're in NOAA ES and not traditional NOAA 4 because in the top right hand corner you will see a prompt that says log off NOAA ES. So if you do not see log off NOAA ES in the top right hand corner, you are not in the correct area for NOAA. From here, if you're familiar with NOAA, you'll know that you can click the patient icon here with the plus sign, which will prompt you to enter a new patient and their information. Audiogram module is here in the top corner, which is what you will use to manually input your hearing tests once you have obtained them from Shoebox. So again, HMSA is working for this integration with Shoebox, but it is not there yet. From there, you will return back to the NOAA ES onboarding guide. And then it will say that from there you're going to install all of the manufacturer softwares. I do encourage installing all of the softwares even if you're not sure that you will be using them all, just so they're already there and you don't have to try to get them in a panic later. So again, this is Dr. Amber Paget with Yes Hearing, audiologist with Yes Hearing, going through the NOAA ES onboarding process. If you have any questions or concerns, I do have dedicated appointments, and we have our wonderful onboarding coordinator, Miss Stacy Blay, who is also available to help with onboarding questions or concerns.